Alright, welcome to another match of Ether Raids. We are going here. This one should be pretty straightforward, I think. Shouldn't be too tough.
I will try.
Yeah, we're just gonna bop them and get out, break some structures. I think we might be able to get a pin on that Byleth. So that's the plan, hopefully. Yeah, it's getting more difficult to find units to pin these days because most defenses don't have a range unit, so it's kind of feeling like that's not a viable strategy to depend on. I don't know, but yeah, it's not always a consistent or something that you can depend on there being a unit that you can pin. So you just gotta find ways around it. Typically it works out because we have so many actions that it's usually not a requirement.
We'll see it through.
But it's something that you used to be able to know that would be available, and that is just no longer the case. But it's fine. You know, we're keeping it going. We have enough actions these days to make up for it. But yeah, this is the team that we're going with. Just gotta break a couple of things and then get up there. I think I have time to even wait until turn 3 to get going here. But yeah. Okay, so banners. Got the new banner, the new trailer's out, and we've been exposed to a new hero type, or they've provided us with a new hero type. What's called Entwined Hero. Seems to be focused around the support system in the game. But I mean, before I touch on that, let's just look at the fact that we've gotten no new progression on the what do you call them, the
Good morning.
Ascended heroes, or we haven't gotten any new progression on the aided heroes either. So I'm pretty sure that those unit types are probably dead in the water, and they'll be like rare snowflakes that we look back on, that we'll look back on, you know, as we move along the game and think, wow, that was a great time, a simpler time, because there's really no reason to summon for, like, if they put out an Ascended unit now, like, why? Like, the rearms and the attunes are just strictly better. I feel like, I don't know, unless they introduce some mechanic in the future that gives those specific unit types some type of advantage. I mean, the Ascended units still have the florets that they give out, so, you know, there's an inherent benefit there. The aided units also have the accessories that they give out, so I guess that could be the main selling point, but this is kind of a competitive game, and if it's just stats that you're looking for, then you know, there's other ways that you can go about getting those stats aside from summoning for a unit that you're probably not going to use for very long. But I kind of liked the idea behind it. I just wish that they had, instead of just, well, I guess they had to, because I was thinking that maybe they could have just enhanced or improved upon the Ascended mechanic, but then I don't think there's space in the coding for them to like add on additional things to a unit type. Like, let's say the unit is Ascended plus they are attuned, you know? I don't know if they'd be able to do that, so that's why we have so many different unit types now. And basically attuned units are rearmed units Ascended, essentially, and they give the same vibe. That's what Ascended units are supposed to be, but they just didn't have the idea fully fleshed out yet. So, I mean, they're good. We have the benefit of them being in the game now, so there's that, but I don't know, it feels like an idea that is now dead in the water, and it feels like wasted potential, and I guess we're just not going to be able to get any new florets because I've already used all of the ones that they've put out so far. I think the last one was Ascended Sedno, and he was pretty bad, or at least that's the one that I remember because he was pretty bad. And then we've gotten 3 aided units, and that's it. Yunaka, of course, being the last one, and here she is still being fantastic. I mean, the aided units, as long as they make them as strong as Yunaka, they'll always sell. And I guess you could probably say the same for the Ascended units. Just make a strong unit and it will sell. But that doesn't really give a lot of...
Right.
It still doesn't change the fact that there isn't a lot of value in the benefits that specific unit type offers. It's still not that great of a benefit for either of them. The stat increases, it's just not that great. Yeah, so we're cruising through this one. Almost done here. Didn't really touch on the banner units, but we'll get to it. We got another match to play. And we have time here. I guess I could just review a few more things. Grand Conquest has been fantastic, a ton of fun. Even though I've been auto-battling it, it's still been enjoyable. And Lapis has been a ton of fun to use. The one that I don't have, but I think definitely when she's back on, hopefully I'll have orbs at the time. If she ever comes back on a double special heroes, I'll probably try to pick her up because she really matches the way that I want to play the game. And it's kind of like Tana, but blue and infantry, and not exactly like Tana, but somewhere in that range. But I could make a space for her on the team, and I could see it working in the future. So I would definitely be looking to pick up.
What now?
Team building is so hard. I feel like there's just not enough slots, unless you start getting, Summoning Circle 2, where you can get the units on turn 2 instead of turn 3, which is, if like, seriously, for Ether Raids, if we get the units on turn 2, game changer. I feel like I can wait 1 turn. 3 turns is a bit much. Turn 2, I feel like that's the big spot that we should be getting these extra, because the turn 2 would line up with the Lin Ring and everything, and it would just make sense, But I could see myself using a unit like that on turn 2. She'd be perfect for coming in and helping you out with getting into the danger zone, as it may be. Let's see. Do I need to pin her, or do we have enough actions? I think we have enough actions to just... Yeah, like I was saying, so many actions, man. So many actions. I'm getting a little bit better with using the Sharena, as you can see here. There we go. That one's done. GG's. We're going to play another match. Alright, here's our second match of the day. We're going to try out this Gale Force melee team, or maybe I should go with this one. I don't know. Both of them are melee Gale Forces, and I'm just trying to... This one scores better, but there's also Boulder on it. And the reason that Fatal Smoke is on that one, but well, I guess I'll go with the Camilla one. I don't know. I feel like this one will work out better for this particular team. They look really similar, but it's really the fact that Sharena is here to give me additional actions that I wanted to take advantage of. So let's go with this one. And as you can see, not much here. I think Plumeria should be able to avoid getting locked out here with the res that she has. Let's try Rune first, though. Let's see. Hopefully this is enough. I don't know. If not, we can just swap Plumeria into that spot, because Baby Golvik is ending her actions. Yeah, not enough. Okay. I wonder if they're going to start giving more units that Baby Golvik effect, because it's currently only on her, and I can't think of who they would give that effect to unless it's someone from the story, someone different from the story. So that could be an option. The way that Heimdallr ends actions is very different than the way that Baby Golvik does it. So I don't know, maybe we'll get more units that do it in that way. Because like I said, they're definitely going to be countering all the actions that we have at some stage. They're definitely going to do something about it, because it's just getting out of hand at this point. Luckily, there's nothing on the new banner that really looked like extra action shenanigans. So, no power creep there. But we're definitely going to get something to turn things the other way, because it's too much at this point. I mean, it's great to play with, it's great to have and be able to use, but like if you're building a defense and to watch everything blow up in 1 turn, it's kind of sad. So yeah, definitely something coming down the line in that regard. But yeah, we're gonna go in, wrap this up quickly. It shouldn't take very long.
You must be joking.
Let's see. Oh, World Championships is currently going on, and I'm definitely enjoying the content there. Watching the races. Oblique Seville, my God, that was a really great 100-meter sprint that he did. Looking at his, well, this is track and field. If none of you don't know what I'm talking about, track and field. Track to be specific. Field events, I'm not too hyped on. Track and field is really where it's at. But yeah, watching his journey and his performances. First round, he did terribly. He had like a big panic attack in the first round, but he was able to pull it together as he ran through the heats and came out the victor in the final race, in the big race. I did think that he had the potential to do it, but I was really looking more at Kashane Thompson, and then Noah Lyles. Oh, Noah Lyles did a fantastic job keeping up. I thought he would have been able to close out second place, but the way that the two Jamaicans did it, 1 and 2, they blew everyone else out of the water. To be fair, it was not much of a contest. And yes, Oblique Seville did a fantastic job. Definitely shut down all the critics that he was he wasn't clutch, because he hasn't been clutch so far. So I think this is what his third World Championships or third major race or something to that nature. And this is the first time that he's gotten the gold. So definitely he's on form this season. Same can be said of Melissa Jefferson on the female side. She has been very dominant this season on track. No one has really been able to beat her, and she closed out the season well, because that was another World Championship win for her. Very, very impressive run, I must say. And yeah, just good races overall. Shelley and Fraser Price, her last race, was definitely retiring at 38, I believe, 38, 37, somewhere around there. And she performed well, definitely bowed out gracefully with her old rival, Talu. Yeah, it was really good to see the camaraderie there. But it's definitely a new era for sprints.
So be it.
New faces, new competition. And for the 400 meters, I think we still have, what's her name again? She's really good. She's so dominant. Sydney McLaughlin for that event. She's just been dominating the hurdles, and I think she's even looking to come down to 1 and 2 sprints. But for now, she's just very, very dominant in the 400 flats and the 400 hurdles. Very, very good sprinter. Definitely going to go down as one of the all-time greats. She makes it look so effortless. Yeah, very good at what she does. But yeah, that's just what's going on track. I think we'll have the 200s in a little bit, probably on Sunday, early Monday morning. So I'm going to be watching that just to see who comes out on top there. But yeah, this match is pretty much wrapped up. Just going to get the pots and get out of there. I think Sharina should be able to live a hit here. No problem.
Good morning.
I don't think I've ever spoken about track and field on here before, so there you go. I do enjoy my athletics. Football is back, of course, and Manchester United lost yet again. Bad defeat to their city rivals, but you know, we just need a team, a function, something to get us out of this funk that we're in. It's been so bad for so long. It can't go on, can it? All right, well, this one's over. See you in the next one. Welcome to another day of Ether Rays. We have a match here against... I don't know how to say that, man. I'm just going to keep going. So yeah, this one's pretty... I'm going to try something a little bit new for me. We're going to try out a new unit, or one of the new units, basically. I've been trying to figure her out, and I feel like I'm kind of getting the hang of how to use her. So we're going to give it a shot for this match. You'll see her pop up out of the secret summoning hole, and then we'll go to work. So for now, this is the enemy team. Pretty standard for the meta that we're currently in. It's very interesting to see that this map has regained prominence alongside that forestry trench map. That one has also become very, very popular because of how dominant flyers are. It's very interesting to see the player base cycle through specific map types, terrain types, and end up on some of the ones that have been powerful in the past. And it looks like this tree, the tropical map, looks like it's one of the better, or out of the 3 that we got, because I think we got like 3 of them. We usually get 3 at a time. Out of the 3, that one has been the most promising, or the best one out of the lot. So yeah, definitely something that's always interesting to look at. I'm just clearing some of the clutter right now so that we can have space to go up and initiate when the time comes. But yeah, definitely interesting to see the map selection. Had to burp, sorry there. Yeah, the terrain selection that we've come up with to facilitate the newest meta in the game, which is pretty much hyperactive or hyper aggressive tanks, if you want to call it that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a name for it, but it's a very ball mixed offense type of. It's difficult to break through, and it's really easy for them to get to you. So I don't really know how to title that, but it's a very strong meta. And flyers are at the forefront of it, I feel. I've really also come around and I used to not heavily invest into flying units aside from Pirate Hinoka and was there any other? Makaya. Well, obvious for both of those because they have the effective damage and they just do so well in terms of combat. Also Golveg, who I really have been thinking about a way to try to get her back into regular usage, but she's just sitting on the bench. I want to invest some stuff into her. I'm thinking of giving her soaring. No. What is the one for armors? The one that lets armors warp, or something that gives her charge, because I think charge would eliminate the need for her to run the Celica ring. So I'm trying to think around those 2 things. But yeah, she's kind of just on the bench for now. I really would really love to have a reason to I need to play those limited hero battles. I keep forgetting. I would really love a reason to keep using her. She's a very good unit, good refine. I think I've spoken about it in the past, but here is the brand new unit from the latest banner, Fur. And I've been playing around with her, trying to figure out how she works.
What now?
Like I've been saying, I just wasn't very high on her in terms of just performance, but I feel like this map allows her to at least be a bit more mobile, and having her in the extra slot, I guess, gives her a little bit more mobility, even though, to be fair, the starting point isn't the greatest because it's all the way in the back, and then she has to get all the way up to the top of the map in one turn. And I'm running the Erica ring on her on recommendation from CJ, just to see if she's able to take out these Reyes. We're struggling here with this BK. What's going on? I think he's getting the benefit of all of those bonus status effects being active on him. And also I'm doing a big chunk of damage, so he's reflecting all of that into my face. And it looks like it's pretty close. So let's pop the dance here. Smite up with a Shadow Smite, which is so good on this Plumeria, man. I don't know if there should be something for that on Peony, but it's really good on this Plumeria. But yeah, we're gonna smite up because I need that extra space since she's not running the woohoo. Okay, so the Erica ring seems to be the way to go. Camilla is still debuffed. That's why she's not getting that. Taking a big chunk of damage here. But I think we're gonna be able to get it. What's that? 8? Let's attack Rhea first, and then see if anything swings afterwards, because Rhea is giving some drive, defense, and attack as well. So let's get Rhea off the map since we can. Hardy bearing Rhea too, which has been a problem for Camilla. So it's good to see that. Well, Fur was failing just before I popped the dance, so it's good that we have, well, not the dance, the positional. Fur would fail if she was debuffed. You know, I actually thought that Blue Skies was Trample, or worked the same as Trample. For a minute there, for a hot second there, I was like, why is she not getting Desperation? Doesn't she have Desperation built into Blue Skies? And then I read it again, and I was like, oh, right. Because I was thinking that Fur was basically the same thing as Camilla, and she'd be able to hit multiple times before, you know, Rhea could counterattack, which is where the Erica ring comes in. But yeah, Blue Skies doesn't give you Desperation on your calves, so you gotta outsource it, unfortunately. But it's not that it's a bad skill or anything, it's just for her playstyle and her bulk, she really doesn't want to get hit, even though she can potentially tank a hit. You don't want her getting hit. You'd probably want, if you're gonna, you know, work around her getting hit, probably something like Haste Slice would be better. But the Gale Force Mist is really the whole point of her kit and everything. So Desperation really would be a good partnership for her, or a good pairing for her. So it's probably good to find a way to outsource that, unless you're going to swap out her B skill for one of the plethora of B skills for calves that give Desperation. Probably better to outsource it. Very good matchup there into the Marth here. That's nice. Probably more down to winning, well, of course, winning the speed check, but I don't know, maybe the lull. Well, she does have lull in her C skill as well, so that's just a good win. It's just a good win, I guess. That's good to know. The other thing in trying to figure out how to play with this Fur is, that sounds odd, but we're going to continue. In learning how to play with this unit, her dual button or harmonic button is what's the word? Complex? Timing wise. If you use it at the wrong time, you won't be able to trigger the Gale Force the second time. So you have to time it right. Or remember to do it before you attack. That was one of the things that I was practicing with her a little bit, and that was one of the things that I kept running into. Like, I would attack Gale Force, then attack again, and then hit her dual button after her actions had ended. And me thinking that, oh, this would just refresh her, like with Summer Golvig, but that's not how it works. You have to attack, hit the harmonic button, and then attack again. You get another Gale Force, and then you get another attack, which is why I'm taking out Marth here, because the dual hindrance is active. So once Marth is gone, we're gonna pop the button here on Fur. We're gonna pop the dual button, and that will give her some stuff, plus the Gale Force will be reinitiated or reactivated, or she will have the ability to. And we initiate combat. The fact that she's taken off this Ather is very good as well. Love the fact that we can actually move around on this map to begin with. And there we go, we get Gale Force again. So you gotta be careful with that in terms of how you play around that, how you initiate with that, because you can mess up. It's very easy to mess up. I think it's a bit of a new way to play, a new mechanic, I probably want to say. So gotta be careful with it. And, you know, just looking at the amount of actions that I have right now, there is no way that they're not about to drop a unit that is going to take away some of these actions, because I am just going, like, just going and going. I waited until turn 3 just to get those, you know, additional actions from the secret summon hole, and it just adds, I mean, it's one extra action, but I feel like I've cleared the entire map already. Not to mention the fact that I had space to wait, which is usually not the case, but with space to wait, you allow your opponent time to set up and get things done like this.
Show me what you can do.
It's really easy to just tear through a defense these days if you have the time to set up and the units to do things like this. And it's, man, this is the current state of the game, and I really think we're going to get a mythic or a legendary unit maybe that will just completely change the way that we Gale Force in the near future. It's really going to start. They're going to start taking away all of our actions because we have too many actions, like too many actions at this point. But yeah, man, this one's done. Another one for the books. GG's. See you in the next one.